Okay, everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. And we've got some more Seattle Seahawks news, and I can't say it's all bad, but there is definitely a bad element to it. Certainly a negative aspect, what we have learned in the last hour plus. And normally I wait until the practice report comes out to talk about injury stuff, but this is significant enough to where I want to go ahead and jump on it now. And if later today the practice report comes out and tells us anything we don't already know, I'll make another video. I think that's probably the best way to go about this. So, yeah, we got some information from the Seahawks, Brady Henderson reporting here. And if you are plugged into these Seahawks, you probably already know, but we've gotten some bad news about Julian Love, our starting safety. Hasn't been out there for a while and may not be out there for a while longer. More than 60? All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you guys about Sleeper. I'll tell you a little secret as well. It's more than just a platform for fantasy leagues. This year, millions of users have enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper, but there's so much more to it. You have live stats, real-time updates of all stats. You have a news feed with lightning-fast updates on players and teams, and a real-time chat where you can engage with other users about plays, performances, games, all kinds of stuff during the sports season. So download Sleeper, experience it for yourself, and don't forget to use my promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit, and pair that with their new promo that will give you a free $20 entry, no deposit needed. So you can use both of those promos. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and going. So check out Sleeper today and use those promos. All right, welcome back. So, per Mike McDonald from Brady Henderson here, safety Julian Love has suffered a setback in his recovery from a hamstring injury, and this is the nature of hamstring injuries. Unfortunately, they they can come back, they can linger. It's really hard to know how long a hamstring injury is really going to take you out. So it's not the most shocking thing in the world, but we had been told, with good reason, that Julian Love was expected to return this week for the game against Washington. However, because of this, McDonald has already committed to Love not practicing today, and obviously his ability to practice the rest of the week is in jeopardy, and his status for the game at Washington Sunday night is now in jeopardy, per Mike McDonald, which does not sound super encouraging. So mentally, I'm already kind of preparing for not having Julian Love this week. And Mike McDonald went on to say that an IR stint is possible for Julian Love later in his press conference. So if you're saying that it's possible that Julian Love misses a month, or at the very least, I guess it would be maybe you could do it retroactively to last week. So it would be 3 games. If you think that's on the table, then I seriously doubt he plays in the next game. I think that would be a bridge too far. I think it's pretty likely that in jeopardy is just code for he's almost certainly not going to play. We don't want to close the door completely, but we pretty much know that he's not going to play. That's the read I get here. McDonald also mentioned an IR stint being possible for Derek Young. That doesn't really surprise me because of the Velez Jones Jr. signing, but the Julian Love one hurts. So what this probably means is you're going to see more Ty Okada, maybe a little bit of D'Anthony Bell, maybe a little bit of Jarek Reed, mostly Ty Okada though. And look, Ty Okada's played okay the last couple of games. He's been better than I would have expected this year, but there is still a significant downgrade going to him from Julian Love, who is a really good safety in this league. So this is definitely unfortunate. This seems like something that could just linger on and on the rest of the season. I I don't know what to expect at this point, except for he's not going to play this week. I would go ahead and pencil that in right now, and we'll see what happens. But don't expect Julian Love this week against Washington. I think that's the information we can take away from this. Now, McDonald did confirm that Robbie Oots has a chance to play on Sunday. He's returned to practice, and they think he has a shot to play. So even if he doesn't play this week, he should be back very soon. So that's good news. And we also had this, which is definitely good news. Devin Witherspoon and Derek Hall are going to practice today. We'll see how much. But if they're practicing on a Wednesday, it would be very surprising if they don't play on Sunday. So that's honestly most of the injury stuff with this team, right? Like that's Witherspoon, Hall, Love, Oots, Derek Young. Like who else are we monitoring right now? What other players are we keeping an eye on for injury stuff at this moment? It's not much. So that kind of tells us almost everything we need to know about where the team is. So I don't know if I'm going to make an injury report video later. I might not. It depends on if that report tells us something we don't already we're not already aware of. Now, on the other side, we did get this from the Commanders, so I'll go ahead and talk about this now as well. May as well. Terry McLaurin's already been declared out for this week's game. They're already saying that he's not going to play. So we know we don't have to worry about McLaurin. And that's a pretty significant loss for that Washington team. That's a player they just gave a big contract to, player who's been very productive for them. And I mean, let's face it, the Commanders' defense has not taken the expected steps forward this season. So they really need their offense to be on their A game to win games. And without Terry McLaurin, hard for them to be on their A game. So no Terry McLaurin this week. However, I did read earlier, and we'll see what happens when the actual report comes out later. I did see that Jaden Daniels is going to practice today, which would be a positive development for his ability to play on Sunday. So at this point, I think we're getting Jaden, although we might not be getting the full Jaden Daniels experience. He may not be himself. He may be 65% of himself. And there may come a point where Washington goes, look, this season is already not going the way we wanted it to anyway. Let's not mess around with our franchise quarterback the way we messed around with our franchise quarterback, 13, 14 years ago. Let's do things differently this time. So I still think that him not playing is on the table, but as of right now, it looks like he will. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what the injury report tells us. But yeah, that is the latest and greatest. And unfortunately, while it's not all bad news for the Seahawks, we are getting some unfortunate updates concerning Julian Love. And I and many others were counting on getting him back this week. So it's a bummer. And yeah, that's all I got. I might make another video later today if the injury report tells us anything I didn't already cover in this video. If not, I'll see you guys on Twitch later tonight, probably starting Power Wash Simulator 2, new game. So tune in. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Go Hawks. See you soon.